Fellow Math Avengers! We had a good day of training yesterday. But I can't help but worry about what those Mathters of Antimather are up to.
Well, we know they haven't given up. Not when they came so close to defeating us last time.
That's right. Only the excellent brains of our math heroes saved the day.
All this is very true. Let's keep revising multiplication and division for now. The math heroes could use some extra training and it will be harder for them to become distracted.
Agreed. Math heroes, you know what to do. Gather your whiteboard and your whiteboard marker and get back here on the double.
Those Mathters of Antimather can't seem to defeat the Math Avengers without help. Well, I'll show them. With my powers, I'll cause a heavy weight to appear and squash them flat.
Okay, math heroes. This is an array. We make an array by arranging objects into a rectangle. This means that all the rows are equal, they have the same number of objects in them, and all the columns are equal. They have the same number of objects in them. So, here are 6 groups of 5 counters. 6 counters, 5 times. How can I write this as a multiplication? Very good. 6 times 5. 6 counters, 5 times. So, what's the answer to this multiplication fact? How many circles are there altogether? Good. You remember your times table training. 6 fives are 30. Okay. Is there another multiplication fact that we can write by looking at this array? Good. 5 times 6 equals 30. Excellent. Now, we should also remember that we have used arrays to help us with division. What if we divided the array into rows or columns? What division sum could we write? Look carefully at this array and write a division sum that you think will match what's happening here. Remember, with a division sum, we start by writing how many there are all together. Very good. Okay, some of you wrote 30 divided by 6 equals 5, which is excellent. Some of you wrote 30 divided by 5 equals 6, which is also perfect. So, just by looking at this structure, we can write 4 sums. We can write 2 multiplication sums and 2 division sums. Okay, let's look at the next one. Take a look at this array. In this array, there are 2 columns, each with 7 circles. So, I want you to write 2 multiplication facts and 2 division facts to go with this array. Off you go. Did you finish? Excellent. To go with this array, the 2 multiplication facts that you should have written are 2 times 7 is 14, 14, 14, and 7 times 2 is 14. Very good. Now, the division facts. The 2 division facts that you should have written are 14 divided by 7 is 2, and 14 divided by 2 is 7. Did you get those? Excellent. All right, let's take a look at this one. My goodness, what a lot of counters there are. Again, there are 2 rows, but this time there are 11 counters in each row. So, using this array, write for me 2 multiplication facts and 2 division facts. Ready? Go! Okay, math heroes, how is that? You're right. It is super easy once you know your times tables. The 2 multiplication sums that go with this array are 2 times 11 is 22, and 11 times 2 is 22. Doesn't matter what order you have them in, as long as you have them both. Now let's look at the division. 22 divided by 11 equals 2, and 22 divided by 2 is 11. Very good. Now you can see... Oh! What's going on? Are the Mathters of Antimather attacking? Oh! Math Avengers! I'm under attack!
Don't worry. Weight is under my measuring power. Now float away, you.
Whew. Thanks, Super Measure!
Whenever you need, Captain Matt.
All right, math heroes. Let's continue before they start to attack again.
No! That super measure has ruined my plan! And Captain Math didn't get hit by even one of my anvils! It's not fair! Now I see why the Mathters of Antimather need help defeating the Math Avengers. I will join them.
I know, that one was just too easy. Let's take a look at the multiplication and the division sums that go with this array. 3 times 5 equals 15, and 5 times 3 equals 15. Did you get those? Of course you did. Okay, let's do the next one. 15 divided by 5 equals 3. And 15 divided by 3 equals 5. Fantastic. Now, remember, it doesn't matter which order you have the 4 sums in, as long as you have all 4 of them. So if I'm not saying them in the same order that you've done them, don't worry. It's fine. Okay? Are you ready for this one? Here it comes. Look at all of those counters. There are 5 columns, and each column has 12 counters in them. 12 rows, 5 columns. Are you ready for this one? If you know your 5 times table, it shouldn't be hard. Go! How'd you do? Very good. You're absolutely right. Knowing your times tables really does help you when you're working these sorts of things out. Okay, let's look at the sums you should have written. Starting with the multiplication. 5 times 12 equals 60. And 12 times 5 equals 60. Now the division. 60 divided by 5 equals 12, and 60 divided by 12 equals 5. Okay, are you ready for another one? Well, even if you're not, here it comes. Okay, we have 10 columns and 4 rows. 10 columns and 4 rows. This one should be super easy. Okay? Off you go! How's it going? Are you finding these super easy? Excellent. I know you would. Let's take a look at the multiplication and the division sums for this array. Multiplication first. 4 times 10 is 40. And 10 times 4 is 40. Very good. How about the division? 40 divided by 10 is 4. And 40 divided by 4 is 10. Super. All right, last one. Oh my goodness, take a look at this. Here we have, again, 10 columns. But this time there are 9 rows. 10 columns, 9 rows. Okay? So, 2 multiplication, 2 division. Even with all of these counters, even with all of these circles, this should not be difficult. So, go for it! How is that? Was having all of those circles more difficult? Of course it wasn't, because you know your 10 times table. Okay, so let's see which multiplication and division sums you should have written for this array. Multiplication first. 9 times 10 equals 90. And 10 times 9 equals 90. Now the division. 90 divided by 10 equals 9. And 90 divided by 9 equals 10. Very good. Really, really good job, math heroes. Now, to finish this training, do page 43 in Activity Book 2C. Now, there is a division sum missing on one of the exercises. You still have to write that fourth division, but for some reason it's not there. So, 2 multiplication and 2 division for each one. Fill in the boxes on the one that's a bit wonky. Okay? But when you're finished, post it to your portfolio. We all need to keep up our training if we're going to stop the evil Mathters of Antimather.
Ah, 2 Kilo Mockingbird. Welcome to our group. Would you like to weigh in?
It was a good plan, but it is always a mistake to underestimate those 2 good Math Avengers.
We will add your power to ours, and soon as more join us, we will stamp out the confusion that is Math.
I will gladly join you in that glorious mission. Together, we will crush Math and anyone who defends it.